Welcome back, everybody, again into the single player world and the palace, where we are building today. And what we are building, actually, I just realized some more stuff there needs to be done. But what we are building today will be a few chandeliers, and quite a few chandeliers, in fact. So get your chandelier building hats. We are going to be doing a lot of stuff, and I have done a lot of stuff as well, might I just add, if you guys haven't noticed it. So we're about to check that out. But chandeliers, to give you some idea behind them, they are not as easy as you expect. I've played around with them in creative worlds for a very long time, and I've just never managed to come up with anything greater than half decent. So we've managed to do some things that are semi-decent in creative worlds quite a while ago, and hopefully today we'll be able to change that and improve. And I'm sure we'll get a great design by the end of it. I guarantee you that we will have something really good. But for now, I want to show you what I've been up to. And I've been up to a lot of work in this place. I'll tell you this. This over here is the roof, which wasn't here at the end of the last episode. But it's been here for quite some time for me because it's taken quite a while of a lot of messing around and trial and error. By the way, this is not done. There is a lot of stuff to do here. We are going to be merging this roof in properly. We're not going to have these hard edges. That's just the temporary thing that we do until we get the roof perfect. But I didn't want to commit too much because we've got a lot of stuff to do down below, and I really don't want to have to redo that another time, because I have redone it. I think it was twice. So a fair few times. But there we go. That's what it's looking like. I think we've made some mega progress. Now, with this roof, by the way, from the top, I don't know if you guys noticed, but that angle is a fairly decent angle. And it is going to cause us a little bit of grief. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but it's going to be good. We're going to have a lot of work to do with it. And I think that's going to change a bit of our perspective with the build and stuff, because we are building some things, for instance, these stairs, the entrance, on a non-angle, but we're going to have these angles playing into it as well. So there will be some pieces where we have to maybe make fake walls to reconcile the difference, but that's all right. We'll fix that up at a later stage. Right now, let's get started on these lamps, or chandeliers, should I say. So we've got 1, 2, and 3 that I've marked out. There's a logic behind that, and the logic is when we have them too tall, we have got no light at the bottom. That's the problem. In fact, this light over here is probably not going to do much for us either, but it's going to look all right. And the second thing is that the reason I've put 3 here is because putting one large one, I think that could look very cool, but the functionality of that would be absolutely nothing. It would just be purely aesthetic, and I think we will eventually do something like that in the future, but for now, that's definitely not happening, and we can play around with these. Plus, I mean, this gives us opportunities to perhaps do 3 different chandeliers, which is fantastic. Now, one thing I've learned about these is that we have to think about how we place blocks around it, and I want to, oh, actually, I don't have any of these, but I want to make sure that we don't block the light. And I know it seems kind of simple to not block the light, but it's very simple actually to block the light, even when you think you've got it. So for instance here, let's go to an area. You can see it's a little bit of a shadow here. If we go there, and there, you'd think that wouldn't block it, but that actually blocks the light, even though you can see it. It blocks the physical light, the real deal light here. You can see there how it goes a bit brighter there. So we have to bear that in mind while we're building this. So that's just one thing. Do I have the fortune one? Silk touch, good. Didn't want to break this with fortune. These things are super expensive for me. I had to go swimming for those, and man, they are pretty expensive. So let's go up, build this one, and just test out a few things. And I actually should have brought a bit of glowstone to test some of that out as well. But you know what? It'll work for us. So a bit of quartz. There we go. And I want to just make a random design, see what we like about it, see if we can change a few things about it. I'm going to probably go with, actually these, those, and I need some stairs. That was the other thing I needed. I knew there was something. I'm always forgetting something with this quartz, because I don't want to use too much of the quartz, because of course it takes forever to mine out. So I'm trying to be very conservative with them, but that's all right. Let's go up here. So we'll get rid of that one. Maybe put in quartz, a full block of quartz, really. So if we do, which we just get rid of, yes. So if we do a full block of quartz there, we'll put that in there, and now we'll start using this light source as the spot that we work off of. So that will be our base. So if we can go up from, let's say, in fact, let's go one more down with this. Let's say we get rid of that. We'll go in there, and use this as a basis of us for us building this light. So if we go out here a little bit more, I really must not forget that. That is super expensive, so we will not. So maybe something like that. We'll just do, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna have to check this whole thing out anyway. So I was gonna say I'm gonna just have to do one side, but it's really just one missing. So we may as well get that done. Something like that, and then we can maybe pull down with these sorts of things here, like that. Yeah, I don't like this. Not gonna happen. So try it again with maybe something. Maybe we'll actually probably need to get some fence posts. So here we'll do something that I find fairly expensive. Let's go down here. That is using dark oak, but I might actually have some fence posts left over. No, I don't. Right, that's fine. We'll be able to handle it. It won't be too much. That there. Perfect. And in here, if we do these ones there into sticks, they'll be good. And these here, those there, and we get 3. Yeah, that will be enough for us to test out. So if we do that in there, I actually kind of like that there. We'll just do some temporary things for now. Something like that, something like that. And of course the colors and everything we are using right now, they are testers. They are placeholders for now. We'll see what we do in the future, of course, but for now this is what we're just doing for the testing purposes. That also wasn't intentional. This here, however, was intentional. So let's go check this out. As far as the light is concerned, very simple. I could see that being repeated 3 more times. Now, my thought behind this was because I keep changing between using wood or using quartz and using all these sorts of things. So I want to test that same sort of design. Maybe we'll keep what we've got there. We'll also go and get some more fence posts. That's probably a very, very important thing. Now, also, by the way, last episode, a few people were talking about this area. Was the last episode? Could have been the episode before. Actually, it was probably the episode before. I think we came down here. People were talking about this storage and maybe sprucing it up a little bit. But I think this is actually probably going to be fairly temporary in the sense that I'm probably not going to keep it very much longer because we are moving up on the other side of the palace there. And actually, that is a lot of... Yeah, that's a fair few. So we'll just go there. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. But yeah, we're going to be moving over to the palace. And we have some issues where, for instance, our chicken cooker over here is just unloaded. So we are running fairly low on food. And now I'm at the stage where I have to start AFKing for food. Which, if you ask me, AFKing in the game, I really am not a big fan of the AFK stuff. Myself. Personally because... what, was there something... There was something stuck under there. Okay, it looks like my chicken didn't make it all the way. This is a problem. But yeah, you can see we've got a bit of chicken in here, but they normally should be able to produce enough for us so that we don't have to AFK in the world. And the reason being, my logic, this is my thought behind AFKing in this world, that guy can just despawn or whatever, is you don't play the game. You're playing the game to not play the game. And in particular, that's my lookout. But I completely understand why AFK farms are so cool because, of course, you can be smart about how you do things and make sure you... That was weird. I didn't pick those things up there. And you can obviously make some pretty cool stuff that you don't have to be around. So I get them. I totally do. But for me, it's just not my sort of thing. I like to make everything work there for me in the moment because I think that works a little bit better, personally. And that's my challenge, at least, I think. So where normally the challenge is just to get it to work, my challenge is actually to get it to work while I'm there, at least, hopefully. But although I do sometimes, as you can tell, go against that rule. As I get up here, really, the sun comes down. In fact, I need that there. We'll go here. And this right here. I wanted to go with a bit of spruce and a bit of oak. That was what I was thinking. So if we do that there, we will repeat it again with one of these. And in fact, you know what? It's going nighttime. I think we'll be all right. I normally quickly try and sleep, but this is a lighting episode, so I guess we are well warranted into going into the dark today. And also, I guess we can give these a go and finish off that other one. So we'll do something like that, something over there. We could even have put spruce in here now, coming to think about it. So if we do a bit of that in there, maybe some stairs, which we do have, those there. And by the way, quartz is an amazing scaffolding block. It's so easy to get rid of. The speed that it breaks, and just in general, it's really awesome. Just the only problem with it is it's expensive when I leave it to despawn. So that there. Perfect. And then my thought was those there and all the way around. And some of these. There. Which can actually probably get some some slabs in as well. So we can test those out as well. So if we go that there, these... Oh, I don't know if I'm going to get that to work. There we go. I'll have to just go from there and break that one. So let's check these out real quick. How does that look? Oh, wait, I put one of those in there. So we'll do this here. Get a full block in here, like this. Over there. And maybe we do something like this. Don't want those. Get it a little bit smoother. Yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. So that's the spruce one. That's the unfinished quartz one. You see, a lot of this will just be trial and error. I don't know if we're going to actually go with these, but it's going to teach us some cool things about these things. So if we go there, we'll leave the other side out for now. I could actually use some nether brick fence in those spots there. I mean, that could actually look pretty cool if I had a nether base. I don't know how it looks with all the light. So let's just get rid of these over here. Get a proper view of it. And also it's nighttime, which is fantastic. So we get an even better accurate view of it because it's going to be dark like that inside. In fact, when I put those down, you can tell I've got torches everywhere. The amount of mobs that this place had was insane. It was crazy. So let's go back here. I mean, ignore the fact that that one's not finished. I'm going with this one, personally. I don't think going with the... I brought the dark oak. I could give it a go, I guess. But I don't think the dark oak will work with how dark it's going to be going up to the roof. So we might leave that one there. Now, I'll just go ahead and pop those in, like another one of those there, another one over there. And I want to do one coming down from the middle somewhere to this over here. And by the way, I did realize after the last episode that I messed up over there. So we fixed it. So yeah, one coming down to the middle over here somewhere. That I think will look pretty good. And also, by the way, if you're wondering, we are floating these, like, attaching these to the floor blocks, not the roof blocks, if that makes sense. So we're going off the same blocks over here and there, based off the floor, not based off the roof. Just for anyone's curiosity, of course. Yeah, right, we're back. I didn't end up doing all the things I said I wanted to do, but I did do a little bit of playing around with this, and maybe this could be some cool thought for people who maybe have a decision that they prefer on this. Do you prefer my decision to go with this or with this? I'm probably going to go with this. This is the decision I'm going with. But if you guys think I should maybe go with another one or maybe explore this place a little bit more, let me know, because I was playing around with the dark oak there, of course, as you can see. And maybe even we could change these up as we go up. And they kind of remind me of a pine cone, which is... It's kind of unfortunate that this is the jungle, because if this was in the other part of our world, you know, the first part, that would look amazing. And it would just tie in with the whole forest, the big tiger forests, pine cone looking things. That would be so cool. But sadly, it doesn't. But this is as good as we've got so far today. Now, what I was saying with this was maybe you guys prefer the dark. Maybe you like this, where we've done some subtle differences. Where, for instance, we've got these pushing in over here and pushing back out again. So you can see these stairs are upside down. Well, the right way around. These ones here are upside down. So that is one of the differences. The other one is I've put in a little bit of quartz there, or left the quartz there. And this one we don't have the quartz in. I thought that could maybe add a little bit of color. Also, I've left these in to show you guys. The what are these called? Endrods? Endrods? Yeah. I don't think I like the purple in there. That's the only thing. And I don't know, it's very difficult to get a block that really fits for that spot there. In fact, there's one more thing we could try, I guess, now that I've just said that. That pops into my head of one other alternative to this, because there's so many things to consider. So if you guys are going to refer to anything in particular, because there's actually a lot to this, maybe choose the midsection, lower section, and upper section, then the connection. Maybe that would be a good way if you guys were thinking of how to say what you want to say in the comments, because sometimes it can get a little confusing, and for myself and for yourself too. So that might just be easier if you guys do refer to different parts of this. It's a very difficult thing. This surprising, actually. I knew it was going to be not as easy as I'd hoped, but this is definitely a little bit more work than I thought for these. But man, they're actually quite an enjoyable build. And the fact that I haven't put them too tall means I don't have to go chasing blocks around everywhere, which is fantastic. So let's just get these here. No. Okay. Or we just jump straight off. That works as well. We'll do that. And you there. Thank you. So how does that look? Yeah, I need to get rid of those blocks. They're too distracting. That's all of them, I think. Yeah. That actually doesn't look very bad. I think this over here looks very, very hard. That's my only thing. It seems like it cuts really hard down there. Now, remember what I was saying about the half slabs, the half slab thing like that, where we put the lamp in the middle where that quartz block is. If I did the same sort of thing to try and get that to pull down, I think it would hide too much of the light, first of all. And second of all, I think it would also just really... I don't think it would really work because it would hide a lot of the light. In fact, we do have the bottom open, so the light will probably still come through. So that is one thing to think about there, of course. But overall, I think that's looking all right. Another thing I did try, though, which is similar to what I'm explaining, but this won't actually block the light, but it might confuse you. But we've got fences in the way there. But if we do this here... which I did try in the last one, but over here, this is also pretty cool. And I actually think I might even go with this design. So let's just go out here and around there. And we'll do another 2 for good measure, just to check it out, because I am pretty happy with the way this turned out. So if we do one there, and then get rid of these. This is another little thing which looks pretty cool. And of course, hopefully someone was stuck on a lamp design, or I keep calling them lamps, a chandelier design. You guys maybe get some inspiration for this. From this, at least. You see there, that kind of cuts away from it. In fact, that could be the thing that I need here. So, hold the phone. We might have that little thing that I was talking about that we might be able to get from here. So, if we do this there, we'll come back for these. So, if we go that there, we'll come back for the other side. Looks pretty meaty, but that could work. So there's many different ways and takes on this thing, and I think you guys get the message on that. So I think I'm just going to go ahead, get rid of this one, slap this one in over there, and 3 more equivalent to these on this side here. Of course, that was what I said I was going to do, but I didn't do it. So now I'm going to go ahead and actually get going with this. There they are. Look at them. I think they're looking pretty good. And before we go any further, I want to quickly just take this moment to plug our Twitch channel, which maybe some of you guys might not be too familiar with. So there's a link down in the description, of course, if you guys want to catch us on a live stream, which should be out a few hours after this video comes out. If you guys are watching this kind of fresh, that's when it is. But if you guys are watching this way in the future, maybe just check it out, because we might even be live at that stage. So I hope to catch you guys around there at some stage. But today, we are busy with this. So let's carry on with this, which I think is looking pretty smart, pretty good. I like it. Now, the thing is, of course, there will be some differences between these over here, which we will be changing. I think I might have even made one more change since the last one, but that's right. It's not major, but look at how that is turning out. Just this whole piece, the roof coming in here. In fact, it might be a slightly better angle, just going a little bit more here, almost in the middle of it. Look at that. It plays around with your vision a little bit, because of course we're playing with the normal grid pattern over here, and then we're going slightly angled on the roof. It's bound to give us some interesting results, but that's all right. And I mean, it's also night, so let's quickly take this opportunity to look out this way. Get away. And I did have a slightly unfortunate run-in with the creeper a little bit ago, which is quite horrible. And we're about to have a skeleton attack us as well. Yeah, that looks all right. Okay, skeleton. Now it's your turn. Whoa, that is a punch tubo if I've seen it. All right, so let's quickly get into the newly relocated bed, purple one, I think that is. And then we can go and try something out, because many people have requested many things a while ago, and I haven't actually given them a try, but they have been in my head, and I've been wanting to try them out. In fact, quite often I give a lot of comments that come through. I give a lot of things a go. Do I only have... Okay, 64 will do. But yeah, a lot of comments come through, and I read them, and I give them a go, and then sometimes I revert them back. Sometimes I end up saying like, hey guys, I did this. But what I want to do is one comment that suggested using some acacia instead of the oak here. And I want to give that a go just to test it out, because of course, I can't really talk without knowing. And I think, really, I think this could work. And the only reason I would say I don't like it is because I despise cutting acacia logs. That's the only reason so far. That's probably a lot of the time what influences me choosing some stuff is just my my personal experiences with the block getting it. Concrete, for example. Man, that is a pain in the butt to get. You got to get the sand, which you always have to just go destroy a whole desert for. Then the gravel. Oh, don't even talk about the gravel anymore. That stuff is... That's hard to come by. I've actually got a theory with gravel, with that. is that the ocean floor, which many say is the most efficient way, I think maybe what could be slightly more efficient in terms of maneuvering is going through my old mine shafts where my mine, not shafts, would there be mine shafts? Yeah, mine shafts that I've already mined out and going through and mining all that gravel, the underground gravel. I think that would be more efficient. Okay, I think we need a bit more done than that. But I can see the point with this. So I think what I should really do is I won't do that side there. I'll cut it off. So I'll do those, these over here. So I need a lot more acacia, but I'll get them done to just test this out. And the reason I thought that we'd do this as like a whole piece is because, is this guy holding something? No. I was going to say, there really should be nothing broken down here. But yeah, the reason we'll do this as a whole piece is because I think it actually does have a lot of potential. And it would inevitably be a monstrously big change for this place. There's some acacia there in the chest that shouldn't be. And there we go. Okay, we actually probably have enough to do this. I'll quickly get this stuff done. And we're back. I think that looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I do like the blocks being used, acacia in here. Fantastic. But with the palette we've got, I don't really think it works. However, there is probably a palette out there for this block and for this whole build that we could maybe switch up just one day. I'm probably not in this actual because that'll take forever. But let's say once we've completely finished this, let's try to work out a palette where we've got acacia. Maybe we could keep the dark oak, but I think it just doesn't work with all the colors we've got there. But it could look like a real dark gray sort of look. I think that could be really cool, just flicking around some of these blocks there. But that, yeah, I think it's a bit too gray for my liking, at least, specifically with the gray there. But in a whole other build of these, just another palette, I think that could actually work very, very well. But one thing I did say I was going to do, and I have not done it, and I want to quickly give you guys some idea of it and why I didn't do it, is the lamp the chandelier that's going to go in the middle here. And that is because I kind of like it a little bit without it, first of all. And second of all, if we are going to do that, I want to do the central one a little bit differently to the others. Oh, I would do that, wouldn't I? A little bit differently to the others. And I think that would be worthwhile. So what ideas would you guys have for that? So if you have any particular weird design, let me know. I'd be very interested in it. But I think that over there is looking good without it. So maybe we just keep it the way it is. But for today, guys, I think that will go ahead, and be the end of the episode, because I think we've achieved what we wanted to achieve in this episode, which was getting some light in this place. And I really don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to regret this, but let's just do that there. It's all right. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I can rebuild this 50 times because of creepers. Not a worry, right? But yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.